Just hang on, let me put that on now.
I think I've already started, buddy. Can everybody see my screen?
It says stop. Let me start the recording again.
Right. Okay.
It's just. All right. So you've started it. Okay. So it just says stop on mine. So obviously you've started it.
I'm just that type of guy. I'm just that type of guy. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
You can, right? Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'll get rid of the cursor at the bottom there, right? That's it. Okay, guys. Listen, I presume we've got a smaller number than normal in this evening. I presume, Abby, that the people we've got are the real leaders that are in house tonight. Is that right?
Yes. We've got some good leaders in tonight.
Okay. Okay. They're really, to be honest with you, I was going to try and suggest that I have a chat just with the leaders themselves, because I really want to get quite deeply into it now. Forget all the superficial fluff and let's do this and everything else, but I just really want to try and share some stuff so that we can actually move forward and really take a bit of a quantum leap with this.
I like that.
Over the past few weeks, I've obviously been doing the training for everybody, which gives them a broad overview that everybody can run through. I've got about 260 new friends. I probably get 6 or 7 messages a day, people asking for help here, there, and everywhere. That's cool. Love it. Not a problem. That's what I'm here to do. But what I really want to try and do is I really want to try and show people the easiest way to do something. When I was a kid, I was told, if there's anything that you want to do, go and find someone who's already doing it and ask them how to do it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just go and find someone. I saw some of the guys the other day saying they had a Zoom or a meeting with a seven-figure owner. Brilliant. Just go and spend time in their present and rip their brains dry with what they want, what they do. So you can just clone it, you can copy it, and then you run through. And then once you've started to do it, then you can improve it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So effectively, with all the guys here, one of the first things I wanted to say is even though we've gone through the Facebook page training, we've still got a shed load of people who are running it through their own actual profile page. Listen, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. I'm not knocking anybody for doing that, all right? But essentially what I want to say is this. As I scroll through, you'll start to see them coming up. They're normally bright purple or bright blue with hands on and everything. Who wants this? Who wants that? Who wants everything else? If that's the way that you're going to do it, cool. But at least let's do that properly, all right? So very simply, with your profile, okay? If you look at your profile here, so if I go Mark, you see my friend here, yeah, you can see edit profile, all right? This will allow me to fill in all the information I need. So I can put my picture at the top. I can put my profile picture in. Headshot, please, guys, headshot. If you're gonna be promoting a business on your personal profile, put a headshot, not a picture of a duck or your grandchild, all right? If you're gonna do it as a business, use it as a business page, okay?
Yeah.
Put your pictures on and fill as much of this in as you possibly can. All right, so all of your about info, your edit info and everything else, fill it in. All right, so effectively what you've got is you've got places for workplace. If your workplace is Economize, this is where you can put your links into your website. Okay, professional skills. You know those people who struggle with building businesses and building teams? I help with that. You can put that in there. Yeah, you can put everything in there that you want, but essentially what's going to happen is what you want to do is make this appear as professional and as full as possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody getting that? Okay?
Yep.
If we then go to our business pages, if you're running a business page, again, fill it in as fully as you can, guys. You've got all sorts of things you can use. You've got posts, you've got videos, you've got events, you've got website links, you've got everything. Go through, like I've shown you before, and fill it out as accurately as you possibly can. This is your shop front.
Right.
This is your web page. This is your business card.
Yeah.
You know, if you were going to go to someone and say, listen, have you got a business card, and they scratch something down on the back of a fag packet and throw it at you, you're not going to take them very seriously. The same way as if you come to any sort of online property, social media property, website, or anything else that doesn't function, then they're going to treat you with a little bit of disdain. And I just want to get people away from that, okay?
Okay.
One thing I would say is there's 2 ways that people are doing this. They're either running it via their personal profile or they're running it via a fan page. There's 2 ways to look at this. If you run it from your personal page, you have to be very, very careful about what you post. You can't be free in what you say because you'll turn some people off. That's why I always suggest a fan page. However, If you start with your personal page, you're working from a massive fan base already. You've probably got several hundred friends who can send stuff viral for you. So it's not a bad place to start. All right. There's two problems with that. One, you can't schedule posts on your personal profile page. I've had about 5 or 6 people ask me this. I can't schedule. Well, that's because you're on your personal page. You have to be on a fan page to schedule. All right. And moving forward, when you're ready to, when you feel the need to, when you want to get involved in it, you cannot run a Facebook advert to a personal profile page. You can only run it to a fan page.
Right.
Okay. So bear that in mind when you're running through. One last thing I wanted to show you here. Okay. With the new pages here, this is a fan page here. Dependent upon how long you've been with Facebook, you may well be able to change your cover to a video. All right? These don't now have to be images. They can sometimes be videos. Just depends on the day sometimes. Let me see if I can find another page where it'll let me put a video. Let's go for that one. See if it'll let me do that here. See this one here, this again is only giving me the option of a photo, but now a lot of them will allow you to actually run a video as your cover photo here. So if you've got a little Facebook Live, if you've got a little 2-minute video, you can actually put that as the header on your fan page. So when people come to your page, they can actually see what you're about before they do anything else. So that's a nice, again, little bit of free advertising that people can run through. Does that make sense?
Does it automatically play when you go onto the site?
It will only play from a PC, not from a mobile.
Right, okay.
So in terms of that, you're probably going to get about 40% of your audience is going to actually be able to see it as a video. Because in terms of Facebook at the moment, it's actually slightly less. It's probably about 30% of your audience will see that as a video. All right?
Right, okay.
One other thing I would say about this, guys. Whenever you post anything, anywhere, check it for darn spelling. It is the bane of my life when I see people who don't even bother to check their spelling. Okay? Yeah. As you are writing in Facebook, as you type something out, it will auto-correct for you anyway. So if you've put a typo in there or a spelling mistake, it will normally underline it in red or blue and give you the opportunity to change it. All right? Try and be as professional as you can. Structure your sentences properly. If you're saying I, as in me, use a capital I. Yeah? It's not daft. If it's there or there, if it's over there, T-H-R-E. If it's there, belonging to them, T-H-I-R. It's not difficult, okay? Where are you, W-H-E-R-E? What are you wearing, W-E-A-R? Listen, this is basic stuff, but it's the stuff that can just throw someone from joining you. Because if they think, this guy can't even be bothered to structure his post right, why on earth would they consider talking to you, spending time with you, getting to understand you, getting to know you? There's no point, because you don't even take the time to spell. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So be professional. Let's get this so that everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet and everybody's got a standard that they're working to. So if you're working together, as I said before, if you launch a page, okay, tell other people about it so we can all get behind you and like a page. I've probably liked 50 pages this week, all right, and give it a critique if it needs it. Get the people to like the page, so at least you've got a little boost out there. Like other people's pages. Look at what they're posting. Look at what they're saying. Give them all the encouragement they need, especially as leaders. All right? As a leader, people will do what you do. The faster you go, the faster they'll go because they're in your slipstream. So it's vitally important that we get on point and we get moving and we get moving forward quickly. All right? Mm-hmm. The second thing I wanted to say to you guys, most of the posts that I see, who wants to join my team? Who wants to come with me? Who wants to try this with me, for me, by me? People don't give a stuff about you, all right? Unfortunate as it is, people are in things for themselves, rightly or wrongly. Now, if we can get into the mindset of serving these people, looking after these people, they will come and join you. But if you're trying to get people to rally behind your flag, they won't. Very simply because they want to know what's in it for me. Okay? That's why stories work so well. All right? Yeah. The big push at the moment, people pushing coffee. Okay? People pushing. The easiest way on earth to do that is to show a before and after picture of someone who's been drinking coffee for a week, all right? And they've lost 3 or 4 pounds,
Yeah.
and you put the two pictures together and your headline is, Jill has lost 4 pounds in a week drinking coffee. And leave it either as a ... a question mark, or do you want some coffee? Type yes in the comments. It's simple, all right? But not, hey, I've got this really good coffee product. Come and join me. Give us stuff about you. You're irrelevant. Don't want anything to do with you. It's about what's going to work for me. It's the same with Economize. I've said to everybody, when you've got someone a great saving, take a snapshot on your mobile phone, all right? Put that snapshot on your timeline with the person smiling. Jill, my neighbour at 62 Acacia Crescent, I've just put 58 quid back in her pocket. ... Type how, so I'll tell you how. Whatever you want to put in there. But what we're doing is we're taking simple text, simple words, simple concepts, and we're giving real life examples. So you're never going to struggle for content, because you should be helping people every day, and you've got a reference point for other people to look at. Yeah. Because it may well be that the picture you put up looks like someone's Auntie Mabel. You've got an immediate connection. It's someone of the same age, the same colour, the same skin type, the same hair type, the same colour eyes, the same demographic. It doesn't matter. But all we're trying to do is we're trying to appeal to everybody. Remember, we're putting out a huge net, trying to catch as many people into that net and pull them down help as many as we can. Cast your net as far as you possibly can. That way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that's why I say, when your team are building pages, go and like, go and share, go and comment. Give them a lift, give them some help, point them to someone else. You know, the videos that you'll see that I post occasionally into Economize, which are motivational stuff. Speakers like Gary Vaynerchuk, speakers like Tony Robbins. Give them some of that. Uplift and light up that day. Become a beacon. Become someone who is their energy, their fuel. Become the sugar in their coffee. What makes them tick? What helps them along? What they look to? As soon as you do that, people will start to die for you. Yeah. And your team takes on a life of your own, because monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
You know, that first training session I did where I said, right, everybody get landing pages. We'd never seen so many landing pages because I showed everybody what to do. You know, so again, I'll probably repeat it in a couple of weeks' time, and again, we'll get another surge of landing pages that come out. But if you do that, once you do something, your team will follow you. And once you can get your team to follow you in the right manner, then it starts to get duplicatable and organic and move out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why when I'm saying to people, listen, if you keep posting every day on your timeline, I'm losing weight with coffee, who wants to join me? I'm losing weight with coffee, who wants to join me? I'm losing weight with coffee, who wants to join me? This, people, A, will turn off, and B, it's not duplicatable. Because you might have 400 friends, but you might bring someone on who's got 4. They're dead in the water. You have to have a plan B that you can give these people. And posting the same stuff in the same colors at the same time on your timeline every single day is not marketing, it's spam. You're spamming yourself. There's no forethought, there's no attitude, you're not moving forward. You need to get coherent in what you're doing. All right? You need to get coherent in what you're doing. If people aren't keeping a diary on here, start to keep one. What did you do today? What effect did it have? Because what you find is there's something out there which is called the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 principle. 20% of the people do 80% of the work. 20% of what you do produces 80% of your results. All right? So you might one day do 30 things thinking, what a clever bunny am I? But at the end of the day, when you sit down, there's only 6 of them that have got your result. The other 24 are just vanity. So when you understand what those 6 are, what you can do is you can concentrate on those 6. And more importantly, when you speak to your team, you say, guys, I've got to tell you something. I've been doing these 3 things for 3 days in a row, and look at what's happened. Let me show you. And all of a sudden, bingo, we've got something that works. Not rocket science. It's not technically very difficult. It's very simple. It's really, really simple. So if we can get in the habit of serving, all right? I'm not just talking about our downline. I'm talking about our customers as well, all right? The problem we've got is when we come in, we now take it for granted, all right? If you're a fish, there's so much water around you, you take water for granted. It doesn't exist. Does that make sense? Yeah? You're just in it. All right, there's so much air around us, it doesn't exist. We're in it. But if you
Yeah.
stop getting it, you'll soon worry where the blooming hell it's coming from. And the problem that we've got is we come into Economize and we get so blasé. Oh yeah, you can save 800, 900, 600, 1400, 300, 275, 160. You throw those figures around, not understanding that to some people, 165 quid is life-changing, literally life-changing. It might be the difference between them eating one week or not, and I really mean that sincerely. It might be the
Yeah.
difference between them sending their kids to clothes into school in clothes that are clean or dirty with shoes that fit them or don't fit them. All right?
Yeah.
You've got in our hands a product which everybody uses. Take any other product that's out there, any other product, coffee, health, computers, communication systems, whatever it may be. Not everybody uses it, but
Yeah.
everybody that you speak to turns on a light switch, boils a kettle, runs a bath, or has a shower. All right? They have a need for what we have, because it doesn't matter who you are, we'll get you a better deal. We will put money into your pocket. All right? So
Yeah.
what we've got to get in the habit of is not looking as how much money can I earn by switching this guy, but when you're standing in front of someone, how much difference can I make to this person if I give them back 200 quid?
Yeah.
How much difference will I make to this little girl's education if I show her I'm able to save 600 quid?
Yeah.
How much more can this old age pensioner turn his electric fire on this winter when I save him 300 quid? It's
Yeah.
a really, really important point. It's not a matter of, I'm going to earn 9% for switch. Forget that. Forget that. It's irrelevant. Once you get in the habit of serving other people, once you get in the habit of looking from other people's perspective, the money comes anyway.
Mm.
The money's a byproduct. But
Absolutely.
when you're chasing the money, you're so blinkered that you're missing everything. And it's all about you. This has got nothing to do with it. It's never been about you. You're part of a team. And the quicker you can make it move, the more you get rewarded. The more help you give, the more you get rewarded. All right? It's not about you. It's about the team. It's about the customer.
Mm.
And the easiest way to find a distributor is show how to save money. So you're speaking to Sue. Hey, Sue, da-da-da, blah-de-blah, let's go through it. Oh, blimey, I didn't realise I could save that much. Would you want to do it? I'd love to do it. Well, I'll tell you what, before you do that, you can either press that button there and just save the money, or you can fill that form out there and you can get paid for saving money. Which one do you want to do? It's not rocket science, is it? What she's going to say? Oh, I'll do that one. Well, there you go then. So not only have you got a switch, you've got a team member who knows what they're doing. They've seen the process and they've walked into a business thinking, well, blimey, I've got to speak to someone and get them switched.
Mm.
Ah, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. You see the difference with that? You know, if you're just recruiting people, hey, come and join my affiliate program with bright purple letters on your timeline. Just sign up here. It's brilliant. It's free. It's going to be great. No, it's not. Unless you do something, it's going to be nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
You've got to do something. And just getting a
Yeah.
load of other people to sign up to a purple status account isn't going to do anything. It's going to be nothing. You need to do something. You need to bring people into this business as customers, as distributors, as consultants, as affiliates. You need to do something. You need to get yourself involved. You need to look at someone in front of you and think, how can I help you? Can I put money back in your pocket, or can I show you how to get some more money? Which is going to work better for you? Not for me, for you.
Yeah.
And then approach it that way. And not everybody's going to want it, but that's okay. That's their problem, not yours.
Mm.
You've done your job. Done there, your job. Does that make sense? So
Yep.
if we get into that habit where everybody's co-joined and everybody's helping everybody else and everybody's looking after everybody else and everybody is going to someone saying, how the hell did you do that? You know, someone comes up and they says, oh, I saw a post the other day and it said, you know you're doing something right when you put 13 people into your downline in a day. There should have been 50 people going, how did you do that?
Yeah.
And more important, that person should have been saying, listen, PM me and I'll show you exactly how I did it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it should be about. You know, well done, awesome, brilliant. I'm really, really pleased for you. Now show everybody else how you do it.
Yeah.
Because for one person that will really click and they'll duplicate it and then we duplicate it on. But it's making sure that we've got all these ways through. Listen, we're not blessed with new training materials and onboarding materials. So at the moment, people are left very much to their own devices. That's okay because some people are smashing it.
Mm.
But it's bad because some people are missing it. So
Yeah.
what we've got to do is we've got to get the ones who are smashing it to start sharing their story. Listen,
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about with Facebook. I really, really know what I'm talking about when I talk with Facebook because of the people I associate with. And the same way, if you associate with people who are smashing the doors, out of Economize, you'll soon start smashing the doors yourself. There's no other way around it because of the people you get involved with.
Yeah.
All right. So just as I've said before, when you're supporting people out there, let me ask you a question. Let people do an honest show of hands as leaders here. We won't name and shame anybody. Who has spoken to more than 5 of their team today? Just get a show of hands from me.
Craig.
Yeah, always does.
Graham. Rob. Sarah. Tina. Yeah, no, quite a few.
Quite a few. Good. That's because you're a leader.
Yeah.
All right? That's because you're a leader. Well done. I knew the percentage would be high. All right? But what I'm saying is the more you do it, the more people will see it as the norm, and they will become leaders themselves. Great leaders don't make businesses, they make other great leaders. That's what makes you a great leader. So if you can start to do this, so very simply, in terms of your team, when someone brings up, let's imagine I recruit tomorrow a guy called Tommy, and Tommy brings in 3 people the next day. Tommy isn't going to know what the hell he's talking about. So it's up to me to spend a bit of time with Tommy and with these 3 people. And listen, let's get on a Zoom for 10 minutes. Let's have a chat. Let's do a Facebook Live. Doesn't matter what it is. Let's do something. Let's just get them involved. Let's make them feel special. You know? Because sometimes what will happen is, I'll do one of these webinars, and then someone will send me a request, and I'll ring them. And they almost fall off their chair. Because they're like, blimey, Mark, what are you doing ringing me? Well, because you're important. But to these people, it's like God has rung them himself. I'm nothing special, just know what I'm talking about with Facebook. But I've made you feel like $1 million because I'm interested in you. So if you come into a business and a guy that you don't even know rings you up and says, listen, I just wanted to say hi, welcome. I brought Timmy into the business. My name's Paul. If you need anything, just give me a call. What's your first impression? What should we do together to start ourselves off? Whereabouts are you? Where are you up to with the business? What was it that really intrigued you? What moved you to reach out and get involved in the business? Get a bit of a relationship. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Relationships. It's what it's all about. So the more relationships we can build, the better. So if you're doing well, let other people know. If you see someone else doing well, ask them how the hell they're doing it, so you can start doing it as well. Start to become what it's meant to become. It's a network of people. Yeah, it's not a small business on its own trying to rip off other businesses. It's a network of other people. So the minute you start to network and connect with other people and synergize and mesh together and share stuff and appreciate stuff and generate stuff and encourage with stuff, the faster it goes. So it's such a point that you can't slow it down. So at the moment, we've got the summer holidays coming up, right? The summer holidays traditionally is a time when most businesses slow down. We can't afford that to happen because you have to kick the hell out of it to get it started again. So now we've got 2 weeks to smash the back out of it now with people going out there and helping other people, sharing what's working with them, encouraging their downline, their soundline, their upline, whatever you've got to do, finding from other people what's working and putting it into action for the next 2 weeks. So committing to doing 1 live a day, committing to doing 4 posts a day, committing to ringing 1 person a day and say, listen, I need to save you some money. I've got 250 quid here for you. And if I don't tell you, you'll be annoyed because if you had it and you didn't tell me, I'll be really cheesed off. So when can we get together? Yeah, just committing to doing that. And if you do that over a 2-week period, at the end of those 2 weeks, you won't believe where we are. You won't even be able to imagine it where we are. But we've got to get into that. And as I say, the reason I'm so pleased is what's really pleasing is whenever you do a webinar, when you start the webinar and when you finish, you will lose 20% of attendees. We never lose any because I'm constantly monitoring. We never lose any. All right. I hope that's because A, the company is a fabulous company you're enjoying being here. B, the people around you enjoy. And 3, you're picking up the passion in my voice. I want everyone to succeed. It's my mission to make you succeed. If I can get on that trip, it works. Yeah.
It could be the curtains animation that I do at the end of the presentation that everyone really likes.
See, having said that, someone's just dropped off now. That's probably you.
You shot yourself in the foot there.
There you go. Hey, listen, not the other foot. I'm struggling to walk on one, let alone the other one.
Just a couple of quick comments from some of the questions that are coming up. Ian Herbert said that Grammarly is a free service and will highlight spelling and punctuation
Yeah, brilliant
So you're
service.
talking
Use it.
about
Yeah, use it. Grammarly, fantastic. It's like a plug-in. You put it in, you type in what you're going to type, and it will autocorrect it, capitalize it, do whatever you want to do. Put the punctuation in. Brilliant.
and is that something? Is it an extension that you download with?
I believe so. I don't use it personally because all I use is I use the autocorrect when you type. Like if I go here now, if I go to the top of my timeline, bear with me just 1 second. So if I put into my timeline now, it should, when I try and type that out, you see, look, it's gone red. It's because it's not a word. Yeah. So when you click that, it will show you which one of these do you want. Do you understand what I mean? Now, what I can't understand is if you're typing something and you've got 15 red words, why the hell are you not stopping and sorting it out? Stop it. Stop it and go back and correct it. You know,
Is that the same on the phones, though? Do they get the same feature on the phones?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware of it, I mean, listen, I always use a desktop because it's so more functional than a phone. Occasionally I'll do it. If I'm doing a live or something, I'm taking a picture, I'll do it. But normally I use it from desktop, so I couldn't really answer that. But as far as I'm aware, yes, because when I type on text in my phone, it will still give me those updates. So as far as I'm aware, yes. It's like, sorry, go on.
The other thing you've got to bear in mind is sometimes the keyboards are quite small and you might accidentally hit the wrong key. But then again, if I use a phone, I'm always constantly checking the spelling anyway. And on your phones, you have an autocorrect anyway.
Yeah. You know, so again, as I say, capital I when you're talking about yourself.
Yeah.
There, where, we're. You know, listen, just give it 5-10 seconds extra effort. I promise you, because one of the top posts that you've done where you've put a spelling mistake in, you've put a stupid picture in there, someone has not joined the business because they thought, well, I don't want to work with that person, they're not professional. I've been on today, and listen, what's really pleasing, guys, lots of people now are knocking out videos. Love it. I think it's awesome. You've seen the extra reach you get from video. Let me tell you one thing. If you use a copyrighted image in a video and they find you, the minimum fine they're going to hit you with is 50 Gs, right? Wow. So if you're putting a picture up there that has got Shutterstock in it, overlaid, or RF123, or something like that, because it's coming from a library, and you use it and you get caught, 50 Gs, baby. 50 Gs. That's you done. You're bankrupted before you start, and they will pursue you for it as well. All right? So get out of the habit. I've given you all the sites where you can get free stuff from. Pixabay is the easiest one. Go on to Pixabay, or the other way is when you're going into Google. If I look here, house. Okay, if I go for images, all right, tools. Come on. Tools, usage rights, yeah? Labeled for reuse. If you're going to get something off Google, look at this one. Labeled for reuse, yeah? And then it will show you what you can use, okay? So you can use any of those, yeah? Because it says labeled for reuse, yeah? You can use any of them, yeah? Yeah. Because that's what people are doing. They're just going into Google and right, yeah, let's get a picture of house. Let's get a picture of 50 quid, you know what I mean? And it's got 1, 2, 3, Shutterstock, RF all over it. You get caught, you'll be in trouble. And again, don't allow your friends and your colleagues and your other people in your team be using stuff like that, because you'll get them in trouble. Because if they start broadcasting and they get caught with it, they shouldn't be using it. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yep. So what I would say is, listen, everything at the moment is looking good, okay, guys? The one thing we need to do is start to work together as a team. I know, because I'm in the background and I see a couple of arguments going here, there, and everywhere. Life's too short. Someone's got a problem with you. It's their problem, not yours. All right? Let them get over it. This is far too important. For one person, all right, that gives you a problem, there's 50 of them who love you. All right? Concentrate on the 50 who love you. Forget the one person, right? It's not worth the while. All right? So very simply, all right? Very simply, again, I'm not going to it's unfair to pick on any info, so I'm not going to, all right? But again, it drives me up the wall. You know what I mean? Saying the same thing again and again and again. It is not duplicatable. Listen, you might be able to recruit 20 people yourself, but you will not be able to grow a team because they can't do what you're doing, because they haven't got the fan base, they haven't got the number of personal friends, and they haven't got the ability to sit at home all day posting 30 posts all saying exactly the same thing. They're not going to do that. So you need something which is valid and which is going to work. All right? So that's really what we're trying to do and get it done for you again. So can I just ask Abigail, in terms of the people who hop online, just ask them, what do they need help with most? Is it what to post, when to post, how to start a page? Is it Facebook ads that they want to know about? What is it they want me to teach next week so I can get it prepared? So I'm appealing to the biggest audience here.
Okay. Page. That's from Pam. Finding content and deciding what to post.
Yeah.
Uploading new videos from Economize site.
Yeah.
When and where. Uploading videos, please. So I think we've had 2 for uploading videos. I'm not quite sure what you meant by page, Pam.
Yeah, Pam, is that the setup? Is it all of the different bits and bobs you've got to put on the page? What is it?
And then Sam's asking how to structure a live.
How to structure a live? Okay.
And then somebody said, Frankie said Facebook advertising.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Step after, hang on, a few more coming in. Steps after that, initial engagement. What I can do is I can send you this, the comments.
Yeah, do that, buddy. Yeah, do that. Do that. Send it to me. Because can I just ask, does anybody here use an autoresponder? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine.
Anybody? No. Sam said no.
Is anybody using any messenger software?
Sarah, is that a yes to autoresponder or the messenger? I think everyone uses Facebook Messenger. Are you talking about something else?
The thing about a messenger is very simply is this. Once someone has communicated with you by messenger, they are a friend. You can communicate with them at any point until they say stop it. All right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, there is software out there whereby what you can do is you can organize those people into lists. So let's imagine you run a post and you say, comment yes please for info. So you get 15 people who comment yes please. Instead of manually going through and speaking to those people, the software will immediately engage them and say, hey, first name, whatever that may be, Jill, thanks so much for your comment. This is the link that you need. Just click here and it will take you directly to the page. So the minute they click on, that machine then immediately sends them to that page. Does that make sense?
So that's an autoresponder then?
That is a messenger responder. Different thing.
Okay. All right, okay.
Yeah, it works with Facebook Messenger. Now, what you've got to bear in mind is the fastest growing app on earth is Facebook Messenger. Fastest growing app on earth. Yeah, it's the fastest growing app on earth. Yeah, there's more and more people on it every day. So effectively, what will happen is, so if I look at, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this page that I managed for these guys. Let's have a look down here. See what's going on here. See what's going on here. Let's find someone with some comments. See here, I could have set a machine to work in the background, so as soon as anybody posted in there to say, hey Cindy, I'm glad you love the post, go here to see more, sign here to see this, click here to do this, click here to do that, check this to do that. Do you understand? You can say whatever you want to them, all right? So if you've got a post that smashes it out the park, and you ask people to comment, you can put an automatic response to them. So as soon as they click their comment, it will say, hi Cheryl, thanks so much for your interest. If you just click this link, it will take you directly to the website.
Right.
Works in the background, works 24 hours a day, but more importantly, once you've communicated once with Cheryl, she's now on a special little list. Yeah. So let's imagine you're advertising holidays. So now you could write a specific list that says, hey Cheryl, you know those holidays you were looking at the other day? Look at these bad boys, and put a link in because she could go straight to that as well. Yeah. Does that make sense? So what you're doing is you're automating the whole system. Yeah. All right. So you've got autoresponders work by email. So when someone gives you their name and address, email address, you can then communicate with them in the future. We've all done that because you've all signed up for stuff, so you know how they work. So effectively what happens is when someone responds and gives you their name and email, you can set a message sequence of 15 messages that are sent on different days at different times. So you can say, right, for the next 15 days at 9 o'clock, send message 1, then message 2, then message 3, then message 4, then message 5, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's really how it's working.
Okay.
So there's lots of different ways that we can do it, guys. There's lots and lots of different ways that we can do it. So I'm just trying to find out what's going to take us to the next level. I'm not 150% convinced everybody's happy with the page setup. And perhaps I need to do a series of MIDI videos so you can go back and see it anytime. So you can just
that's a good idea. That would be a really good idea. Short, to the point videos. Because some people will just want to look for that one bit, but then they have to watch a whole 1 hour video to go and find that piece.
How do I upload a video? How do I respond to a comment? How do I add a post? How do I change my about section? How do I submit my URL? I can do all those. I can break them down to 1 and 2 minute videos for you.
I mean, even this one that you've just done, the labeled for reuse, I didn't know about that. I've used content on my own stuff, not on Economize. We use Shutterstock, but we actually download it from Shutterstock. We've got an account with them. Yeah. But I didn't know this.
Listen, if you've got an account with Shutterstock, you've got an account with 123RF, you've got an account with any of these guys, they give you license to use it. You've got to read the small print though, because it doesn't always mean you can use it in whatever. You've got to read the small print. But with this here, we go into this here, and it says here, labeled for reuse with modification, non-commercial reuse, non-commercial reuse. Yeah, I just want reuse. Yeah. So if I go on non-commercial reuse, it might change, it might not. Yeah. You see, you'll get different pictures come up now. You see.
Yeah.
Because it's not for specific.
I'm getting a lot of comments. Graham said that the short videos is a good idea, and Robert's asking, can you show us how to set up an autoresponder? And I think some people don't even know what an autoresponder is. Sam's asking which autoresponder you're using. Or what is it called? So I think the autoresponder and
the message responder as well.
Message and the videos are the key. It's getting that message out to people and communicating with people. I think that's simply that's it in a nutshell. Is communicating the right information and doing it in the most efficient way, cutting out all that time and effort.
Listen, that's what I'm thinking about, guys. As I say, in terms of setting up the page. And again, as much as I bang my head against the wall, stop posting, who wants to join me in this every day? Some people just go, whatever. Yeah, that's fine, cool. If that's what you want to do it. I'm not going to stop you doing it. You know what I'm just saying to you, it isn't the most productive way to do it. I'm trying to give you the easy way to do it. I'm trying to give you the way for other people to do it. You know, one of the biggest fears that we have in our life, all right, is what other people think of us. All right, I'm 51, I don't give a stuff. I don't care, but that's because I'm older. All right, but especially when you're younger, all right. So if you are expecting someone who's much younger than you to just keep posting on their timeline about gas, electricity, holidays, etc., they might, their friends might start ripping it out of them, giving them a hard time, and that's the end of it. They're done. You know what I mean? So you've got to have an alternative for them. People are very conscious of what people think of them, and again, more importantly, you've seen it as well. You've got a friend. Everybody's got a friend who this week were advertising coffee. Next week they're advertising shakes. Next week they're advertising water filters. Next week they're advertising glasses. Next week they're advertising liposuction. And it's like, dude, for the love of God, pack it in, please. You know what I mean? Please. Yeah. You know what I mean? But so many people think that that's a viable way of doing it, and it's just not. It's just not. People just look at you as flaky. It's very much like now, when we come up to Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody knows what Coca-Cola is, right? Everybody knows Coca-Cola don't need to advertise. Well, they spend billions, guy, to stay at the front of your mind, all right? But what they do is they advertise Coca-Cola. They don't advertise Cherry Coke. They don't advertise Vanilla Coke. They advertise Coke. And essentially, when you're advertising Economize, advertise Economize. Now, if you're doing coffee and holidays and everything else, that's fine. That's your choice. That's your choice. But don't do them all at the same time, because your consumer just doesn't know what you're doing. Yeah. I'm coming in tonight, I'm looking, I can save money on my gas bills. Hang on, do I want to drink a coffee, go on holiday, and sit in a speedboat with this girl because she's earning money from Bitcoin? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Be true to one thing, all right? If you're building a house which is 18 stories high, what you don't do is go up and build the 18th, the 13th, the 14th, the 12th, the 11th, the 4th, the 6th floor. You build the foundation first. Economize is your foundation. Get that done. And then if you want to go to floor 2, floor 3, floor 5, that's fine, because you've got somewhere to start from. But you can't think, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do Economize today, and then tomorrow I'll do Bitcoin, and the day after I'll do coffee, and the day after that I'll do sleeping bags for rabbits, and the day after that I'll do underwater origami, and the day after that I'll do the best Bitcoin wallet you've ever seen in your life. Because people are just like, what are you about? Concentrate on one. Get them to trust you. Know you, like you, trust you. Understand what you're about. Once they know you, like you, trust you, you can talk to them about anything. But until you've got that relationship, you've got to build the relationship. You've got to build the relationship. It's pointless meeting someone in a bar for the first time ever and asking after 15 minutes what type of engagement ring they want. You've got no relationship. 6 months down the line, that might be the only conversation you're having. But right now, how are you? What do you enjoy? What do you like? Do you know what I mean? Tell me something about you. Where do you come from? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? What do you love? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you joyful? That's what we're after. You know, does that make sense?
Yep.
Because someone said to me the other day, someone messaged me privately and said, do you think we'll ever get paid in Bitcoin from Economize? And I just sent a message back saying, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, dude, but I'm not your man. You know what I mean? But why are you speaking to me about Bitcoin? Are you mad? I don't know you, so it's an unsolicited email as far as I'm concerned. And I think it was a sideways pitch, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are. Have you got any legs in Economize before you start talking to me about something else? Because if you've got no legs in Economize, why would I be talking to you about something else?
Yeah.
Again, I will check people very carefully because I'm admin of one of the groups. When people come in, if they're not recommended through, if they've got no links to Economize, I won't approve them. I'll say, well, that's not my job. If I can see you've been put in by an Economize member, that's cool. But I'm not letting someone in just to spam the group with, you know, underwater origami will earn you $5 in a week in your sleep while you drink coffee, sleeping on Bitcoin. I'm not doing it. And neither should anybody else. Do the basics for your basic company. Once you've got a relationship, do whatever you want. But build a relationship first.
Yep.
You know, it's like trying to have a fiance and running around with 6 different girls. It ain't going to work, guys. It ain't going to work. Concentrate on your fiance and get married and then have kids and make them your joy. So concentrate at the moment with Economize. Use that. You've got holidays. You can save people money instantly. You don't want any money from them. Everything else wants money. Everything else wants money. This doesn't take any money. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to give you some money. No one else can say that. So if you start on that, you concentrate on that. Once you've got a relationship, once you're moving, once you're motoring, you've got everybody happy, then talk about other stuff. But keep the conversation on track when you start, for goodness sake. Don't post 4 different things in your timeline in a day and wonder why people aren't responding. It's because you're a lunatic. Does that make sense? Rant over. I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm done. I don't get upset very often, but I hate. It just disappoints me when you've got people who should know better, who are bringing people in, and these people are trusting on them, relying on them, and they're getting so many mixed signals from the person who brought them in. It's not fair. It's just not fair. It's not fair on them. It's not fair on them. If you're looking to serve people, help people, grow with people, be the person that you really want to be. Be the person they would want you to be. Be the person who's going to be a leader. As I say, we've not lost anybody off this webinar. That's because you're leaders. Awesome. So Sarah, be a leader. Lead from the front.
Sarah actually made a comment. Let me just find it. Sarah was geeky, and she's done very, very well. She's got a massive team. So she's obviously a very good leader. She is building a big, strong business, and this is all she focuses on. Let me just find the comment. She said, I can't find it now, but she said something along the lines of treat people how you want to be treated. And that's really the underlying philosophy of all network marketing. It's the common thread that brings all faiths together, and ultimately network marketing is a kind of community organization where we all help each other, you know, to serve, as you said, Mark.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, listen, first. I don't care who it is. The greatest people on earth set out to serve people. I don't care if you're religiously minded, Jesus Christ. If you're businessly minded, Richard Branson, they all set out to serve. If you can provide, give people what they want, all right? What they want, not what they need. Not what they need, because people aren't interested in what they need. They don't strive for that. It's what they want. What do you want? You know what I mean? That's what people move for. So essentially, what you can say to someone is listen, I can put 150 quid back in your pocket. What do you need? What would you do with that? Oh, well, I'll buy this, that, and that. Well, shall we get the shoes then? Well, yeah, sure. We'll fill that format. Happy days. What do you need? Well, you know, I could do with an extra couple of £100 a month. If I could show you Now, just working from your phone at home and listening to this mad black fella talk about Facebook and working with this really cool company, I can get you a couple hundred extra quid a month. Would you do it? Yeah. Well, come and sit with me. Let's watch this first webinar. It's easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. You know, but that's taking you out of the equation. That's putting the person at the forefront of the equation. And that's what people struggle with. You know, PM me for this. I don't want to PM you. I don't even like you. I've never met you. But the fact of the matter is, you sent me 16 spam emails today about stuff I've got no interest in. You know, it's like with Facebook advertising, all right? With Facebook advertising, you can target to the nth degree. So you can say, right, I want this advert to be shown to dads between 40 and 45 within a 25-mile radius of Bradford who've got a credit card, own their own house, and have spent on that credit card in the last 3 months. That's how tight you can get the advertising, okay? So when I open my Facebook and I see an advert, all right, for Tenor Lady, I'm thinking someone's not doing their job. I'm a 51-year-old male. I don't need Tenor Lady, all right? I'm not looking for software for running a gym because I've got no interest in a gym. Do you understand what I mean? Someone's not doing their job, all right? And it's normally an agency that's jerking people over. And what I'm saying is with all the people who've stayed on here now, you're doing your job because you're looking to learn and pass something on, which is mega, which is awesome, which is empowering. And as long as we can keep it that way, and that's why I say to people, how many of your team have you invited? Because if you can get your team used to coming to this sort of training, then disseminating the information, then being able to support the people when they don't quite understand something, it's cool, and it grows much more quickly. You know, but again, in terms of what you're doing, you know, so, well, what's in your group? Well, it's run by this person. Well, we've got a Zoom this afternoon about A, then we've got a Zoom at that time about B, then we've got a webinar about that, then I'm doing a live about this, then I'm doing a walk about that. It's like, jeepers, great, just concentrate on one thing, dude. Just concentrate on one thing. You've recruited 4 people this week. What the hell are they going to follow? What are they going to do? What they're going to look at? What they're going to share? Yeah. Keep it focused. Keep it consistent. Keep it tight. Keep it duplicatable. Easy, easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right, buddy. I've ranted enough now. I'm sweating, ranting.
Okay, well, they've got some fantastic comments. Sam just said she says you're bang on the money tonight, and a lot of people are completely, you know, resonating with you on whatever you said, because obviously your message is very passionate and it's going right through and it's getting through to everyone. Unfortunately, Paula had to go because her son's poorly, so she's apologised. So
it's not really. Listen, as I say, mate, if you're not passionate, all right, if you're not passionate, stop it. Go and do something else. That's my best advice I can give to them. Listen, I'm 51 years old, and the one thing I would say, but listen, there's people far older than me on here and far younger than me on there. For anybody who needs a little bit of advice, do what you love to do, and then it's not work. Okay? It's not work. If you're doing something purely because you're chasing money, you'll fail. You will fail because you won't give it the attention. That's why I say to people, when you're setting up a Facebook page, I tell you what, let's go to save and be great together. It's cobblers, and you will lose enthusiasm for it after 3 days. All right? If you can do a page which is my adventures in the countryside of Essex, and you walk every weekend in Essex, it's a doddle. It's not hard. It's fun. You enjoy it. All you're looking to do is get an audience, and the audience say, well, how do you get time to walk in Essex? Well, funny you should ask me that, but I work with a company called Economize, and there you go. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a straight dagger through the heart. You know what I mean? Sometimes you court with people and you spend time with people, and sometimes you don't ever get them into a business, but you get some really good friends out of it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
All right, okay.
Anything else? Are we covering anything else? Yeah, pretty much. I think we've had some brilliant feedback. Can't read them all. There's so many. Brilliant as always. Find your passion. Mark, I love to listen to keep up the good work by Robert Hughes. There's so many comments. Honestly, I can't. The problem with this software is that text is tiny, and there's no way of increasing the size. And I've got it on the other screen because I've got your screen up on this one. So I'm going to send you a lot of these comments, and I'm going to send you all the CSV file of all the comments that everyone's made about what they'd like to see in the next webinar. So hopefully next week, you know, we'll have something ready. We'll put it on the webinar, what do you call it, the actual webinar content, and explain what we're going to cover. And if you can do those short videos, that would be brilliant, even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3, you know, whatever it is that people need. people are struggling with the most. And what I'm also going to do is put the links up for all your other webinars. So this is the 4th one. So if anyone's missed anything, they can watch them from the beginning. In fact, anybody new coming on, they can watch the webinars and learn all this stuff.
Okay, my friend. Okay, lovely people. Be awesome.
Okay, so you're handing back to me?
That's it, my friend. That's it, my friend.
All right, brilliant. Okay, so that's it for tonight, guys. I'm going to be away from tomorrow. I'm away for 2 weeks, but I will try to. I will get the webinar on for next week, next Tuesday, at the same time. We're not doing the opportunity webinar anymore because I'm going to be doing the videos, and the videos will be hopefully up on the website, the new website. The new website's coming. I think I'm going to show you it tonight, unfortunately, but couldn't get it. We couldn't get it working. But the new website is a customer website and the new opportunity website, and they'll be very, very similar, and they'll be landing page based. So there's going to be customer videos, there's going to be opportunity videos on there, and I do believe they're going to be customizable, so you can have different content. And it's the basis of the white label page. So the white label thing is due next month because we had to build it this way. So all that's yet to come. And we'll keep up with the Facebook marketing. I think things are starting to get more and more organised. We've just moved into these new offices now, and it's starting to things are starting to move. The truth is, we haven't got broadband there. We've just we're using these Wi-Fi boxes, and unfortunately, they're not very good. And I think within a couple of days, we used up all the data, so we have to get some more data. So things are a bit slow at the office, and usually at this time of the year things tend to quieten down anyway with network marketing. But you guys are doing a brilliant job, honestly. It's amazing. There's somebody brought in quite a lot of people in the last couple of days, and congratulations to Wes Coops. You hit 100 yesterday, so well done, my friend. And I believe Craig, you hit 2,000, and is it Sarah McGeeky that did 1,500 last couple of days? So congratulations to all of you. Sorry I didn't get a chance to put all this up on the Facebook because, again, like I said, in the office we haven't got proper internet available. So okay, I think that's it. Let me just check to see if there's any other questions or comments. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I will enjoy my holiday. And keep up those Facebook Lives. Honestly, I love those. They're brilliant. The way you guys do them. Some of you are naturals. And the more you do them, the better and better they get. And the more you can say, and you know what, some of the stuff you say are absolutely fantastic. Sam, Pam, you do them very well. I need to learn that. So hopefully I might get a new one from Portugal walking around the farm. But I don't know about that. I might give it a go. No, Michelle. Okay, Michelle was over 1,200. Yeah, well done, Michelle. And who else? Right. Let me just read this. Thank you, guys. Very valuable. Paying to promote your website, whether it's £2 a day, £4, £6, is a more effective way to. Okay, I'm struggling to read that. I'm afraid. Right, guys, that's it for tonight. I'll put this up on YouTube as usual, and I'll see you next week. Good night. Thank you.